Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, we are back live. Dhaka Icons versus Chattogram Legacy. This is a matchup. Both teams represent the same organization, ABT Gaming. Both teams, brothers behind the scenes, brothers in front of the scenes, brothers in the community, up against each other. We've just had a bit of a reset. Give us a second. We do apologize. We had started map 1 on the wrong map. We've got that quickly sorted. And here we go. Live. Chattogram Legacy versus Dhaka Icons. Live action. Ready for you. This is going to be an entertaining one. Both teams representing the same organization, but there is unspoken rivalry, unspoken competition between the two, so it'll be a fight nonetheless, and it should be an entertaining one. The matchup after this one, Rashai Reds versus Silet Phantoms, very similar. Back-to-back matchups of very similar narratives or connotations, whatever you want to call it. Alright, off the rip, on store, Bats, takes out Merab. For Dhaka Icons as they move into P1. You have this P1 hill time very much comfortably sorted. Bats. Bit of a contest there as Flying Panda tries to hold it down, but he gets taken out very quickly there. The first few seconds and minutes of starting a lobby is a bit quiet. I do apologize, viewers. It's only because we're just making sure everything's running smoothly. The game has started as operating as intended, so we're just running a few checks. So the live action, limited upfights, no colors, no commentary on that. Big 4Gs there for Chattogram Legacy as they finally find some rhythm for the first time in this map. 21-25, they've closed in on that lead that Dhaka Icons took at the start of P1. Still anyone's game, it's very early stages in the match. Merab finally back, one of the biggest CDL players in the community, Hall of Famer, multiple MVP rings. He's back in the squad, back in the roster, playing this matchup. Has a bit of an unpredictable issue with his setup today, so he might disconnect every now and then, which will cause a lot of grief to our proceedings. But at the moment, Chattogram Legacy looks very comfortable up on top as they move up into P3 rotation. They've just let go of Hale just to get a bit more map control, just making sure that the assurance of the map control is there. But by virtue They've sort of distracted themselves from even covering the hill, and Dhaka Icons very easily makes a break there. They're trying to get lost in the back, but he's been read. Lucky hit by Akhan, who tries to take out the follow-up kills, but he can't. But number 6, Nav, spawns behind them on top green and is able to take out the lone man on the hill as Dhaka Icons looks to make clearance on that hill and limit the pressure. They do have spawns secured for the next hill here. Lead still on Chattogram Legacy, who tries to chip away, but they are very far on this P3 spawn, P4 spawn, apologies. And so they've got their work cut out to make this break. Number 8, Atif, watching the cross, calling out his teammates. He gets 1. He's challenged by 2 more. He's backing out, retreating. He's given the callouts to his teammates that hang on, there's people coming in through Motel, and quickly Dhaka Icons and his teammates follow through on that kill, and Atif manages to play his life. Still alive in the back, but he gets finally taken out by Ark, who's now pushing in this hill back. They do manage to get the hill back, but not without some threat by Dhaka Icons, who continue to sit in this hill and try to widen that lead. Two-stack from the top here. Anaf with a big sliding kill, turns around, kills him comfortably. The hill for Dhaka Icons as they try to secure rotations for next. Number 5 and number 8 all the way in new rotations and get some. Trying to get a few taps here. Takes the person on the hill, but he cannot have an answer for Atif, who's comfortably on green. Gets taken out as well, but nonetheless, Dhaka Icons continue to have hill. He gets comfortably taken down, and Chattogram Legacy manages to win this hill. We've seen this multiple times where Legacy will be very close and very competitive all the way through in the hard point. But then towards the end, for lack of concentration, lack of fundamentals, or lack of discipline, whatever you want to call it, they'll make some marginal errors and will cost them the entire rotation for the last 2 big hills. Bigger teams tend to show up and dig deep. Will it repeat here as we saw against Rashai Reds? Dhaka Icons now comfortably moving up on the lead, but not as comfortable, I would say. Chattogram Legacy every now and then will come up with some spicy plays. As you can see, get some with a big kill there. Opens up that mid-cut push, and now number 7 trying to edge out if Get Some makes that push. He's trying to reach for that, and he does perfectly. As Akhan picks up Get Some on that mid flank, and they try to sort themselves out for this P2 rotation into Motel. Seconds left. This will be crucial hill time for Chattogram Legacy to go into P2 with some pressure and the lead not just going too far away from it. Get Some again trying to get lost in the back, trying to slow down the charge. He's trying to read for those mid-cut spawns. He's trying to see if anyone flanks from the back of the Motel. He's definitely focused and ironing in. He's gonna get a sight here, but Akhan very quick on that. With the subby from that range, drilling through. Huge from Akhan there. And the kill streaks are in from Aram Knight. Makes light work of Chattogram Legacy and one of his teammates at the same time, but worthy the risk and worthy the death as they break the hill easily. And set up for P2. Nav gets a few kills and pushes up store, but he cannot make the play. Flying Panda coming through, gets tapped out. Akhan gets killed out as well, but he gets traded. Fantastic plays here from Icon to just maintain that pressure, maintain the heat on the hill. As they try to start pick out players individually across the map and gain some severe map control here for Legacy. Answer. Big hold here on the mid cut by Akan. Trying to read for the spawns, trying to count out who's here, who's there. Hill trying to put some pressure on, but they are flooded, they are surrounded. They don't have much to say to this. Powerful play here from Icons as they try to get some map control for P4 rotations. They're trying to get this secured victory. Aram with a bit of timing there. But Merab quickly on the pounce for that trade. And spawns are secured. Spawns and rotations are secured for Dhaka Icons as they move very close to that 200 mark, which will make sure that Legacy has to turn up the heat here. Legacy managing to secure this P5 hill. There's a lot of pressure here from all sides and all angles from Icons, who's perfectly pressuring them to look at all angles. And right now, even though they've got spawns secured, even though they're on the hill, it just seems like Icon has control and direction of how they want to play this. See, they're flooding through. Flying Panda gets taken out. Cannot do much here. But still manages to hold on here. Ark somehow keeping hopes alive as they reach 150 and closing in on that gap. The 200 mark can be psychological, but right now with a very strong position here on this P5 hill, just gives them that momentum, just gives them that edge that they need to just dig deep and try to pull this back. Ark again. Gonna push through here. He's gonna try to find a kill. No one's on hill. He tries to get a big two-piece. That would have been a huge play if he did manage to get that follow-up kill, but he can't. And Merab comfortably on the hill as it's an entire respawn for from Legacy. 10 seconds left for Dhaka Icons to establish victory. Not without Legacy just twisting the tail a bit more further. Hasn't been a consistent name on the roster in every single game, but he's been decent. He's been good for the team. Probably needs a bit more airtime, could need a bit more game time for a little more consistency. Ark really showing up here, turning up the heat for his teammates. Crispy plays there, but Dhaka Icons just that much better and very surely secure map 1. This happens so many times. We see Legacy be very powerful at the start. They have a lot of gas going into it. The lead, the contest is there. The score lines are very true, very level. And all of a sudden, after after the mid rotations, going into second rotation or going into the third rotation, all of a sudden they lose momentum in the game, and then the lead continues to widen and they can't bring it back. And here we have it again. Fortunately, Legacy does not take the victory there. And Icons pull up with the victory and take the lead 1-0 in the series. We're going to map 2, Exposure, Search and Destroy. Stay with us as we get the lobbies ready and we see if Legacy can bring it back. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you shortly.
Turn it up.
Alright, here we go again. Search and destroy. Looks to be a B-side push. Flying Panda carrying the bomb here. Gets a big piece on Merab here. And Atif looking to back out, but gets challenged aggressively by Ark. which leaves number 6, Nav, all the way at the back, trying to see if he can get a few lone route men. He's got the sniper on. He manages to get one and gets the critical sub out. Akan trying to push for that gunfight, but he gets double teamed and Nav gets taken out very quickly. That was a very good round from Chattogram Legacy. Apologies, we couldn't follow that through clearly. But very aggressive. A lot of intent shown by Chattogram Legacy there. As soon as they get that first kill on Merab, Ark pushing through very straight, putting that pressure on Atif, who was trying to retreat and get some cover. But he got taken down, and then Nav, despite getting that very quick kill and resolving with a picking up an SMG from the floor, he ends up becoming a single as Akan tried to push and make a solo play there. Distributing that passage of play. Early peek here from Getsam. He doesn't get that kill on the first shot, but he does on the second. Ark now backs up Merab, and the bomb is down next to Getsam. Atif gets 2 here, but Getsam with the trade. It's a 2-1 situation here. Nav, last alive. Tries to gel, Getsam. Nav trying to run away here. He's got the sniper, so he has to play distance. He has to play routes. Trying to see if there's any... Trying to see an opening. Trying to see a player take one of the routes on one of the lanes so he can quickly snipe them through. But at the moment, we've just had Merab disconnect, which is unfortunate. But hopefully he can connect back. He was dead. Another very comfortable win there for Chattogram Legacy. Do apologize, we couldn't do seamless coverage on that passage of play. We've just noticed a disconnect, and we were just trying to make sure and investigate if what the next steps would look like and what the guidance would look like. Trying to see if Merab is able to join quickly back. Just give us a second. Alright viewers, we are back. We are live. Fortunately, one of the players disconnected midway through that last round. And so we have had to reset because he couldn't join back in time. But here we go. Legacy leading 2-0 in this map. Very, very aggressive gameplay by Legacy. A lot of intent. And it's pulling off for them at this moment. DHK Icons definitely got their work cut out. A little tentative, a little on the back foot at this stage. As you can see, both teams being very cautious here. Bishal playing on that dirt side, reading for that flank. He knows that there's usually a player coming out from this side, so he wants to make sure that that A plant is very much secured. Just making sure for guarantees here. He does see one on that stairs and he's gonna move away. Number 6 calls out for his teammates. He sees one on the container. Vishal swinging back in. Tried to play the fake route there. Make it look like he's going to B, but still an open play. Huge from Nav, who manages to take that snipe. An arc with the trade instant, but it all falls apart very quickly. And DHK Icons playing with patience, playing with information. Manages to take out all of Chattogram Legacy rather easily. They played the timing really well. Legacy did not set out the bomb plan, so they had the pressure to actually set down the bomb. With a 4-4 stack so close to bomb, it was gonna come out to whoever peaks first, and that's exactly what happened. Icons playing with numbers there. Score is 2-1, contrary to what you're seeing on the scorecard here. Chattogram Legacy 2, DHK Icons 1. See number 4 and number 6 taking a route here. Arc does spot him. He's trying to chase behind him. Does get Nav. 7 gets the call out that Arc's right here behind you. Akhan trying to route him out. Trying to sneak him out. Arham Knight takes 2 big kills here, but Arc chases him down as well. Anaf, are you gonna kill him? Yes, you do. 1v1 now. Let's get some. 1v1, bomb is down. Anaf cautiously picks up the bomb, puts a smoke down, trying to bait him. Big retreat here by Getsum. As he tries to read the route Anaf would probably take. He is definitely reading this perfectly, Getsum. But he moves away in the last moment. Oh my word, Getsum is reading this perfectly. He times it. Can he do it? No, he cannot. Anaf. Akhan. Beautiful clutch by him, but Getsum with the reads. All he needed was to win that gunfight, and that read would have been perfect. He times Anaf's motion all the way through the entire passage of play perfectly, but just could not pull off the kill. And Akhan coming out on top on that clutch to bring his team back on level field. The scoreline is 2-2 in this search and destroy. And Bishal pushing aggressively. Number 7 coming out onto the flank. Has the entire right side open, so he's cautiously looking at it. Number 8 Atif just waiting just to see if anything comes out of this way on the back. Arc swinging over to this side of A. Beautiful. Beautiful from Chattogram Legacy. They managed to kill off the guy and flank. Arc tries to challenge. A bit of greed there. Instead of trying to secure that bomb plant. They do have man advantage here with Atif trying to find out a few solos here so he can clutch this up. Bomb is about to go down. Atif looking for players, looking for an hunt, but he gets taken out from the player watching generators and watching that cover as the bomb goes down. Chattogram Legacy finally makes a return as they lead the search and destroy map 3-2. Big gunfights here on that tank side, and big 3Ps by Bishal and flying an arc to make this a 4v1. All up to Nav here now to make a play. Bomb is down. They are fully stacked up on the bomb here. They know where the bomb is. They're looking and making sure all the routes are covered and checked. Number 2 is here all the way at the back. He calls it out and he kills him himself. Don't need help. I've got this, my boys. Takes his team to a 4-2 lead. Up by 2 again, Chattogram Legacy. This is beautiful from Legacy, who haven't really been impressive in search and destroy in the last matchup against Rashai Red. But here they seem to be out on top. Dhaka Icons need a lot of work to do. Again, very aggressive push here by Legacy to secure the plant. Atif. Merab gets a big piece, big double piece here. Apologies. Legacy just... it was all looking good until all of a sudden that mid-map gunfight tilted the weight towards icons, and they easily recaptured their ground on the map. And Legacy, with no answer, gets singled out and eliminated. Again, Dhaka Icons down to a 3v1 situation here. As Nav tries to play for time, but he cannot and gets taken out. Legacy leading the S&D round 5-3. If you're Dhaka Icons and you're looking to win this Major 1 title, this is your moment. This is the moment where you come up with brilliance. These are the moments that define you as a champion team. Can you dig deep? Can you find what's in you? Can you find that championship quality and bring it up when it counts the most? This would give them worlds of confidence. And for Legacy, they are up at the top and they know they can do this. Lane side, Akhan gets taken a huge first blood there. Atif peppers a few shots and retreats very quickly as the situation gets very sticky for 5 and 8, who look to retreat all the way out to back P3 and try to reposition their defense. Bomb is about to go down. Nav has given the call out. He gets a big kill there to protect the plant. Tries to follow up with another piece there. Turns it into a 1v3. Huge from Icons for that retake. As Astrum, the lone man. Bomb was down, but the defuse happened rather quickly as well. Big there from Dhaka Icons. This will bring them back. 5-4 the scoreline. 5-4. If you just tuned in or if you've been watching, there was a disconnect earlier. So Legacy is up by 2. We're up by 2 before the disconnect, and so the scoreline now reads 5-4. Gets a few early shots, gets that critical information for his teammates so they can come in for a bit more fire support. Aram gets taken out. Merab takes 2. Gets him with the Chal. Flying Panda coming in with another trade. Gunfight still open, but Dhaka Icons manages to dig deep, as I was saying. And the score now balanced 5-5. Oh my word, we've got a map. This is probably the first. Yeah, it is. It is actually the first round 11 in all of Major 1. This is what we are here to see, viewers. This is exactly what we've been waiting to see. A few five map series. Apologies. And round 11 S&Ds. This is what we live for. This is what we want to see. And the boys are giving that show to us. Beautiful from Dhaka Icons to be able to bring it back whilst being down and out and having to face a disconnect earlier in the map. You can see it's a full stack here on B. Number 8 trying to get some information here, trying to give his teammates some callouts as to whether he's seen anyone cross here on the middle side. Nothing yet. Nothing from Nav either. So they're probably trying to eliminate that this is potentially a B-side push, and the retake is coming through. Nav going for that nade check. Number 8 still hasn't made any push from the middle because he knows that they're probably stacking it up. Bomb is down. Pressure is on. Dhaka Icons to make a play here as number 7 and number 5 try to find a few peaks here on the bomb protectors. Nav gets taken out by Ark. Ark with a very nasty position lying down there. It's getting very mixy there, but Icons get taken out. And Legacy managed to win that map. That particular round came down to the minutes and the time. And Legacy, with that very early plant, was able to set up and really put a lot of pressure on them. হ্যাঁ তোমরা জিতছো Huge there from Legacy. A statement made. Round 11 search and destroy. They managed to come away with the victory. They maintain glory in that particular map. They level out the series 1-1, which is huge, which is massive. Lots of confidence, lots of momentum on their side as we go into this map 3, which is Overload. We're back in exposure. So familiar territory just from the earlier map. Both teams will be looking for a way back in the series and going up by 1 in the series as well. Brilliant play there from Legacy. For the first time in this entire Major 1 event, Legacy in Search and Destroy just looked good. Icons, Bit of work cut out for them. They've got this big matchup later in the day. They got a lot of work to do if they want to come out shining on that matchup against Ratchai Reds. But for now, they've got their work cut out already. They got to prove themselves. They got to show their worth as we go into this map 3. Stay with us as we get the lobbies ready. Alright, here we go. Map 3. Dhaka Icons will look to recover from that loss in map 2. They looked a bit of out of shape, out of place. But Legacy, superior, supreme. Absolutely gunning through that S&D. They were very aggressive. They were very well paced. It was a round 11 S&D. It was very high octane, highly engaging, but Legacy just looked like the better team on that search and destroy. We go in for Overload, always a difficult mode, a difficult game mode. We'll see what is the weight, the balance, the choice of victory. Move towards the team that is more prepared. You can see Akan with a few early kills trying to push through and try to slow down their respawn so that his teammates can pick up the device and try to make some moves in the map. Merab trying to fly through onto dirt with the bomb, but he gets taken out. Sorry, he didn't pick up the device. But Ark carrying the device now, trying to move around. You can see a 3-stack on that Zig, just trying to see whether they try to make a play out to A. But Ark very quick here, runs through onto Solar, trying to make Icons peak for a Chal, and his teammates equal on that contention. His teammates pointing them out, killing them, for Ark to be able to play possession here. Would have been huge if Ark could follow up with a kill there, but he cannot for a long... It was a very long passage of possession for Ark. But finally, Dhaka Icons for the first time with some progress on the map. Merab carrying through with the bomb. He slows it down because his teammate up ahead has lost his life. And so Merab now has to reposition himself, reroute himself against his reinforcements. Tries to go for the trade, but he gets taken out here on P4. Number 7 trying to come in for the trade, but cannot. The device is dropped, and the call out has been made. Legacy now feeling a bit more comfortable, calling out that let's go, let's push this. They've got 3 right in front of them, so they've got their work cut out as they try to retreat this bomb back into their site. Try to reposition this route. Number 8 and number 6 trying to hunt him down. Number 4 just running for his life. He is 2 and 1, trying to give him some cover, but Ark not good enough. He can't not make it out safely. It's number 7 now, with his teammate up ahead, will manage to make a score here. Oh my word, Dhaka Icons looked all but lost in that little passage of play, but one big kill shifts the balance, and they managed to come out scoring. One that you would have least expected with how everything was positioned. Now, Icons on the charge. They have control of the map, and Aram with a very easy score to go up 2 in this overload. Both teams now playing for that reset on the dirt side. Are trying to read for those spawns. Gets taken out. And gets some. Manages to kill Akan whilst mid-air. Nav with a cleanup kill on Zig. Device dropped. Still nothing to split this apart. Device still very much comfortably sitting on dirt whilst both teams try to figure out some control within that middle map. Otherwise it's going to be very hard to break. Number 5 can't sneak away. He manages to sneak away and he gets a score here with a 4 down. Oh my word, as I was saying that both teams trying to get some map control. Merab with a very slick push through dirt with his teammate up ahead. Ark now backing up. Pulling back with a few kills there, but possession very comfortably with Nav, who's trying to pull this back all the way to their side and really gain some possession control now on the map. Let his teammates get a few kills, He notices that his teammates have been killed, so he just pulls it back again. He's got number 2 chasing him. Nav, too good for him. Too good, Nav, with the gun. As he's got 3 men with him protecting his route. Nav now going from the left. Gets taken out. Interesting choice of route. Not sure why he went to the left side. But his teammate is there, close enough, close by. Tries to finesse that but cannot. And we have reached half time with Dhaka Icons up ahead on lead. Big there by Icons. They will be using that as worlds of confidence. They haven't been the best team in Overload. We saw that in Minor 1. And so this level of domination will give them lots of confidence. Pushing to the zig side, CDL. Akan makes light work of bats as he breaks into their side. And he tries to chase out this lone gunman. He has found his way outside into the steps, but he gets taken out. Akan, as bomb still in the middle map. Gets some. Able to take the bomb with him with number 3 up ahead. Manages to get the kill. Score is imminent, and it does happen. Merab just not fast enough to protect that score. And get some. Manages to get that score. And close out that gap of 3-0 to a 2-point game. Another back-to-back score here. Playing reset. I do apologize. I was just trying to catch my breath and just see what's happening. And all of a sudden, with a back-to-back score within less than a minute, and all of a sudden, pace of the game, the momentum has completely shifted. You can see it's a full 4 stack on this A side, and it could be a back-to-back score from Icons. It could be a return score from Icons. Apologies. To pull back the lead, up by 2 again, as the bomb resets into the middle. Nav again trying to pace this and trying to push in with another pickup, but he gets taken out. See Flying Panda now. He's got... Might be able to score. He does! Oh my word! We're seeing some serious aggressive scores happening right now. Both teams just chasing the device and running for it. And working for both sides now. The Icons well positioned for that reset. With numbers very low on the legacy side on this B side with 8 and 7, very close. Bats provides some form of defense, some form of respite. Bomb is still very close to that B side for comfort as Icons continue to flood in on them. It's a lot of pressure here, but maybe they can manage through. Number 5 here trying to protect that bomb carrier to be able to go in easily, and he manages to successfully do so. Akan with a big streak there to clean up anyone on the route. Legacy spawns in close, is on B side, but you've got the likes of Atif Aram clearing things out to make sure that his teammate Merab can make an easy score, and does. 5-3 the score now. With Dhaka Icon still up by 2. As Legacy continue to fight, continue to show some aggression to keep themselves in the game. 1 minute 38 seconds left on the clock. This match can still be anybody's. Trying to play for a reset, waiting for his teammates to arrive. He's got a full stack of Icons waiting for him. As number 7 sneaking away, manages to get another score. Arc too far deep in their spawn. Does not see Akan pick up the bomb in front of him and go away with the score. Strange timing there for Arc to be able to not look at that, knowing that the device is up there. Icons just looking rapid. Very difficult for Legacy to have a response on this. Bats carrying the bomb, checks for a nade, nothing. Interesting route choice here. He gets easily picked off. Puts more pressure on his teammates to be able to carry through that device, and they get cleaned up very easily. And it's a 4-stack on this B-side lane for Dhaka Icons as they look to make another score. 20 seconds left on the clock. They are carrying the bomb. Three-piece there for Arc. He's going to have to pick up the bomb and try to get this over to an overtime. But is it enough? It's not going to be. It's not enough. It is not enough. As Icons full defense mode here. And a very convincing end for Icons to make it back in the series and go up 2-1. With a solid show in this overload. Exciting gameplay by both teams. It was very much neck and neck. Both teams scoring back and forth. Going up by 2, going up by 1. It was all happening. But the end of it, unfortunate. Unfortunate what we've just witnessed. But Dhaka Icons deservedly up on top. আরকি মানে জাস্ট মানে আগে আগেই বের হয়ে গেছে, রাইট? We're getting the lobbies ready. Map 4 coming up shortly as we get the lobbies ready. Score is 2-1 to Dhaka Icons, who would have liked to wrap this up on a 3-0 to give them a lot of confidence going into their final matchup of the day. But nonetheless, massive showing here by Legacy, who've been very good in Search and Destroy. They were fantastic in Hardpoint as well until the last few rotations. And they've been very exciting in that Overload. But only managing to get the victory on that Search and Destroy. But they've shown moments of brilliance that gives us hope that they can continue to put a great fight and take this to a map 5 and potentially come out with a series win. There's enough that we saw that can create that to be a reality. But at this point, right now, the momentum is shifting towards Dhaka Icons with a very convincing scoreline to show for it as they clinched a solid Overload victory. We're getting the lobbies ready for map 4 Hardpoint as Dhaka Icons will look to wrap up the series, and Legacy will look to pull themselves back and take this to a map 5. Stay with us as we are almost ready, and we'll be back with live action shortly. back with live action. Both teams look to have their own incentives in this series right now. With Dhaka Icons looking to close out the series with a 3-1. Would have liked it to be 3-0, but I'm pretty sure they will take a lot of confidence going into it and coming out with a 3-1 victory. Legacy will look to take this to a map 5 and give themselves the search and destroy to be able to win the series. They've been solid in the first search and destroy, so they will have all the intentions to take it to that, and hopefully they can come up with a win. So series still wide open. Scores very much balanced. We see this from Legacy every single time in Hardpoint. They're very solid all the way through. They just have to be disciplined towards the end. They have to be consistent all the way through. At the moment, Dhaka Icons here on the B2 hill, winning the contest. As Legacy try to flood in, try to put a lot of pressure on this P2 hold by Icons. But at the moment, Icons seems to have all the good answers to all the questions that Legacy raised. Now moving slowly up Icons' way as they get themselves ready and geared for the next hill rotation up to P3. You can see number 2 had a very late flank there, but doesn't work. Is well read. Spawns are flipped now for number 2, who is very far in this P3 hill. Number 4 by himself here on this new hill, trying to see if he can slow out the progress for Icons, for his teammates to arrive, who do arrive on time. But number 8 able to sniff out the sword, but cannot repeat the kill. He gets taken out, but seems to be that Legacy just close enough to the hill to be able to cause a bit of stress for Icons to be able to comfortably take this hill, as they look to flood the hill and finally gain some points back after Icons performance in that flip spawn, managed to break through. Still, anybody's hill at this stage. No one's really dominated this P3 so far. It's been killed mostly, as both teams look to get some crucial points here. Legacy does have spawn and 8 with a play here to be able to make that rotation and secure some routes for his teammates. 8 will try to get some timings. He does get one big kill here. He tries to look for the number 2. He does get that trade. Spawns are secured. P4 might be secured. 6 with a gunfight with 1. He does not get it. Does not secure that kill. And Atif gets the call out. Will go for the trade, and he manages to do so. But Legacy in the hill. The frontside play is clean from Legacy. But somehow, Icons continue their barrage and continue on with the lead. That's on the front, coming in waves. Number 7 now, knowing that his teammates are comfortable on the hill. The setup is comfortable. Starts pushing out, starts going for glory. He gets one, but he gets taken out very quickly. Now it's all up to number 5 to be able to protect the hill. He cannot, and number 2, Pats, breaks the hill. The lead is very far ahead for Icons. Pats gets taken out with a big nade there from Akan as they break into this hill and turn the hill red. Get some. Trying to get some angles on that kill, but he cannot. But Pats equal in motion to get that kill. But not enough. Not enough in numbers for Icons. Who have doubled the score lead. And Legacy really struggling here. Really struggling to get any momentum. The nades are flying. The nades are picking up a lot of good kills for both teams, but just a few more for Icons. A friendly nade takes out the 2 gunmen that were contesting on P1 for Legacy. Astrum here with a deep route, seeing if he can get a flank going for his teammates. Number 6 does read that late flank, but doesn't check the right. Astrum, call out has been made. Number 8 and number 7 hunting for Astrum. Astrum gets one more. And it's a blue takeover by Legacy on this P2 hill. Mirab gets big 2-piece here. Astrum gets singled out on the hill. Flying Panda with trying to come in for the trade but cannot do so. Pats will try to buy some time for his teammates who are spawning in but cannot do so. And Dhaka Icons with crucial 15 seconds on this hill as we go into P3. Apologies. Astrum with a big kill on rotation here. Another piece on rotation here. Someone needs to stop him so that this rotation is secured. But at the moment, Astrum has it comfortably on his own sides as his teammates look to support him. Astrum gets taken out, but Flying Panda is there for help. He's there for support. He ADS is on his teammate. Probably has to look at something else, and he does. See number 7 trying to take a route here along with number 5 support. He can get one. Number 5 can come for the trade. Merab with a huge flank there to open things up. But 22 seconds left on the clock on this hill, and it seems to be comfortably Legacy's all the way through. They've been very good on this hill, Legacy. Consistent. Even on that first rotation, they were pretty good. Going into this P4 rotation, this is where the plays have to happen. This is where the gaps tend to close out or widen further up. Get some. Trying to play information. Trying to play quietly here for his teammates to arrive. He gets one. Number 8 looks for him but cannot chow that successfully as Getsum manages to secure this spawn and the hill for his teammates. And he is now trying to get lost in the sauce, but he does it. He gets taken out by Merab, who manages to successfully break the hill for his team. An Icon going back and forth, but comfortably with the lead that they can work with. Big play there from Pats. Huge. Pick up crucial 20 seconds. Another kill there with a nade to slow down the charge here from Dhaka Icons. P1 rotations are coming through. You can see number 7 Akhan slowing out the momentum for Chotragam Legacy by picking up a few big kills there on that P1 rotation, so his teammates can secure the hill. Manages to do so, but Flying Panda with a big pop-up play to secure the hill, but doesn't last too long as his teammates try to come in for the trade. Nades are flying left, right, and center and picking up effective kills for both teams. Once again, Legacy always very close in contest on hardpoint up until the scoreline reaches 200 for the leading team, and that's where the gap starts to widen out. Will we see a repeat of that? Icons just has gone up to 200, but Flying Panda now back on hill. 5 seconds, crucial scrap time. He decides to go push ahead and try to slow down their charge onto P2 as Getsum looks to set up here for his teammates. Another good check there. Double team there. Getsum gets a friendly kill which might become huge for Icons, as that allows them to set up with very minimal contest for Legacy to be able to break this hill quickly on the early stages of this rotation. Big play there from Flying Panda to get 2 very big kills. Does that help? Is that enough? Is it enough, or does Icons have enough room to work with? Kill feed is blue for the last few passages of play in that hill. as we go into this P3 rotation. We get some early up here. He gets one, tries to get two, cannot manage to do so, but does enough for its teammates to be able to come in for some support. But again, Dhaka Icons very quick to return their favor. Very similar story to the first one. Probably a little more competitive, but Dhaka Icons comfortably securing the victory and securing the series with that one. You gotta give it to Legacy though. They pulled back, they contested, they instilled a lot of fear in Icons, they contested them, they challenged them, made Icons lock in, dig deep, all those things. They did not make that easy. 203 to 250. The scoreline doesn't show how close that game was actually and how much pressure there was on the map all the way through. GG's to both teams. Dhaka Icons emerge glorious. And that concludes the series and a matchup that we were looking forward to in this Major 1 round robin series session in week 1, day 2. Stay with us. We'll be back live shortly for the next series. We've got 2 more to play out today. We've got a marquee matchup all the way at the end. So there's another matchup next, which is a very similar type of fight. We had Chattogram Legacy versus Dhaka Icons here. Both teams of the same organization. First string versus the second string. We now have BTV's first string versus second string. BTV Rajshahi Reds versus BTV Sylhet Phantoms. This is going to be a matchup to watch. The likes of Sakibul, 99, going up against Cookie J, Captain Fantastic. Stay tuned for that one as the stream goes up very shortly. And as always,